Clap it up like you recruited them. Come on. All right. So if this is probably one of the most important things that we want to get across to you guys as FFL agents, and it's the opportunity that you have to do two incredible things. One, sell at a high level, and two, build at an incredibly high level. And so what we're going to talk about today is how to start building from day one. Got some incredible producers, some incredible agency managers, and so just as it progresses, let's clap this up. Let's make them feel it, and then we're almost done. But cheers to all you guys. So, all right, first up, please introduce yourself, tell us about where you're from, and then some advice you have to getting agents started fast and where you're finding people.
Perfect. Hi guys, my name's Elisabeth Pabich. I want to start by saying I'm just so honored to be up here, but also at this just amazing event. A little bit background about me is I started this industry about 8 months ago. I was part-time coming over from the door-to-door pest control business. I started part-time while I was finishing my undergraduate degree at Arizona State University, and then graduated in June. I went full-time. Since then, I've onboarded 62 agents. Honestly, my biggest advice, I always say recruiting comes with really two things. One is building your credibility. Credibility, for me, all comes from social media. When I was part-time, I was posting just like 2 posts a week. Easy. I wanted people to become interested and intrigued in what I was doing, but I didn't have the time to commit to building at that point. Then when I went full-time, I went full stream, posting every day and everything like that. And a mix of personal lifestyle content, sales success, and then as well as FFL as a whole. Like you guys, we are part of a company that does $800 million in sales a year. Like for us not to take advantage in marketing that, you don't have to do anything special yourself. I don't do any special numbers. I'm not special. All I do is just market the opportunity. And then number 2 is your community. I say there's 3 parts of your community. One is your target community. So I was finishing up my undergrad at one of the biggest universities in the country, and I couldn't not take advantage of that. So I realized that 90% of my team now is from my warm market. I realized who it was, and I realized what they wanted to see on my socials. So number 2 then is marketing your own community that you are building. So I really market, it's gonna sound crazy, but I market from like FOMO. I want people to fear missing out on the opportunity, fear not being a part of this amazing event, fear not being a part of our community, not making the money that is in this industry and everything like that. And then finally, just FFL community as a whole. I will never pitch like my own success. Like if people follow me, they know what I'm up to. But like I said a million times, like this industry is so special.
Love it.
How could you not market it?
Love it. Thank you. Clap it up for Liz. Our brother. Tell us about where you come from, how you found us. Give us some insight.
Gotcha. Yeah, so my name's Joey Connolly, and like a good bit of people here, I came from the solar industry, which what really attracted me to life insurance was how stable it is, which is kind of the opposite of where I was at solar. You have to travel a lot, dealing with tax credits, interest rates, just tons of stuff. It's unpredictable. We're blessed with an industry where not only has it been around for a super long time, but it's very regulated and it's not going anywhere. So coming into this, it was really easy to just be appreciative for how good the industry is in general and how safe it feels in a way, because I didn't have that in the last place I was at. So as far as like building from day one goes, I would say there's 2 really reasons why I feel like you should and why I started when I first came into it, started growing and recruiting from day one, was one, you're gonna be bad at it, like most things when you first come into something. Kind of just like learning how to sell, you have to learn how to recruit, you have to learn how to have that first and second touch, get them through the licensing, train them, yada yada. So you're gonna be bad at it no matter when you start, so you might as well start soon. And then secondly, I was really blessed to bring over a small group of guys that trusted me, and some of you guys are here, love you guys. But I was blessed to bring over a small group of guys whenever I first did come into this industry, and I felt the weight of, wanting to produce and wanting this to make work so bad for them, So for me, it was like being able to recruit from day one. It really made me motivated to be a really good producer. And I don't think I would have been producing at the same level I produce at if I didn't start with start growing from day one, because like a lot of people have said today, you have to lead from the front. And if they're going to do, if you're going to do $50K a month, they're going to do 20 or 30K a month. Like, they're going to do maybe 60, 70% of what you do. If you're late to the trainings, they're going to be late to the trainings. If your camera's off on Zoom, their camera's going to be off on Zoom. So whatever you do, you just have to implement and, lead from the front.
Awesome, brother. Thank you so much. All right, the ladies are taking over.
Hi guys, my name is Alathea Rice. I've been in the business for about 2 years now. And my first year in the business, I had a team of like 4 agents. And the reason is because I told myself I was bad at recruiting. I just told myself I could not do it. I didn't come from like college or solar where I had like a warm market to kind of work off of. So I had to kind of start from scratch and create my own. So I was like, why don't I just try? I started posting little day-in-the-life content videos and like showed what it was like. And I think people really like content like that. People of my generation like brain rot. That's what we like to see. And so a lot of videos where you're selling like 5 and 10K in a day, like that might seem normal to a lot of us, but to everyone else in the world, that's like unheard of. And so ever since then, I started doing that back in May of this year. I went from a team of 4 writing agents to 27 writing agents, and I've put 130 people in testing and contracting. So the biggest piece of advice that I could give you guys is just start, like share your day in the life, and you don't have to reinvent the wheel. Like all these videos were going viral, like, I don't know, Alex Earl, like did, like, you know what I'm talking about. And so just do it. Anyway.
Awesome. Wait, one quick question though. What'd your team do last month?
We're doing about 150K. They're all like within their first 60 and 90 days, so we're about to pop.
I love it. Great job. All right, clap it up. I love it. All right. So, Anas, first question. How old are you?
I'm 19.
All right. When did we meet?
About a year ago,
It was 10 months ago.
10 months ago.
How much volume were you doing as a team?
Last month we did...
No. The one we met.
Nothing. Oh, I had my personal pen. I did 40K.
Okay. What did you do last month, 10 months later?
I have a team doing over $500,000.
All right. A very important question. How much did you personally sell last month?
I probably sold about 2K last month.
More important question. How much did you make last month?
73,000.
So, Anas, what are you doing on a daily, weekly, monthly basis to bring in the level of volume you're doing to get to that so fast?
Yeah, I mean, it all comes down to consistency, right? Like, that's the name of the game. Because you could do something for 1 month. I could sell 40K in a month and then sell 10K the next month. But when you're doing something so consistently and so efficiently with urgency, that's the key in the business. For example, if I'm posting a reel every single day, consistently, you'll get about 1-2 recruits. It's just like when you were selling, if you're calling every single day with the same urgency, you'll sell 2-3 deals a day. But when it comes to like building from day one, because obviously I haven't been in the business for too long. Like I've been here for under a year. And my biggest advice, like I tell people all the time, is the biggest sale in the business is closing yourself before you close other people. That's the biggest sale in the business. Once you actually believe in the business, that's the day you'll succeed in the business, because that's when you're putting in the most hours, you're spending the most money on leads. You're putting in the most hours into recruiting or training, whatever the case may be.
I love it. Thank you, brother. Great job. All right. Wild. All right, Madison, how are we doing today?
I'm doing great.
All right.
Are you ready?
I'm fantastic. Thank you for asking. All right, give us some insight. What's your team doing? What are you selling? And how are you getting agents started fast?
So I'm Madison Montgomery. I'm out in Phoenix, Arizona. Love you guys. My team's right there in the middle. My team does about $300,000 a month amongst about 38 writers. So.
Awesome. So 2 questions. Where are you finding new people? That's what everyone's trying to establish, is get their team started. And then how are you getting them started fast?
Yeah. So I didn't recruit for almost my first year in the business. I've been here for about 2.5 years.
So you didn't recruit for your first year.
Yeah.
So that's
First
why you're
10
on this
months.
panel. Was that a good idea? Should you have recruited from early?
I should have.
All right.
And that's the one thing that if I could go back, I would change. I think that a lot of people hold themselves back because they think that they haven't sold enough, they haven't experienced enough, they haven't experienced the ups and downs the way they need to bring people into this opportunity. But this opportunity is truly life-changing, and it is really selfish to keep it to just yourself. So we are finding recruits using pretty much every single platform. We use social media, LinkedIn, word of mouth, and in the last 30 days, we've put about 67 people in coursework.
Ooh, clap that up. So then, how are you getting them selling fast? What's your first? Is it 7-hour, 24-hour, 48-hour? What's your plan to get them going fast, making sales?
We want every single agent to sell their first policy in that first day that they're dialing, but it's got to start with you as a leader because your people are going to follow the framework that you set and the standard that you set. So if you bring someone in that, for example, is in Hawaii and they're getting on at 6 a.m. dialing the phones, you better be on Zoom if you're virtual. You better be on Zoom with them all day, every day, dialing and doing the same exact things that you're expecting them to be doing. So we really focus on getting our agents paid as quickly as absolutely possible, but it starts with you. You've got to sell, and you've got to be right there with them so that they know that, like, if you can do it, they can do it.
I love it. Thank you so much. All right, Coleton, it's going well right now, okay?
How we
All
doing?
right, doing good, man. I'm so stoked you're here.
Yeah, I'm happy to be here, guys. My name's Coleton Collins. I've been here about 3.5 years, going on my 4th full year. I came from the nightlife industry, hospitality. I was a security guard, a bar back, and truthfully, guys, this business, it's literally changed the trajectory of my life, my family's life. I'm 29 years old. I've been able to retire my wife this past year, which is absolutely insane. I mean, our first date, my debit card was declining and she was paying the bills. To be able to now pay it back and retire her at such a young age, it's such an amazing feeling. I think for me, guys, most of us, we don't recruit from day one because we lack the belief in our own results, right? I think you guys you don't need flashy cars, you don't need watches, you don't need money in your account. All you need is belief in the opportunity. And the thing is, all of you guys already have that if you're sitting in this chair. If you pass a test, if you get licensed, you have belief in this opportunity. All you have to do is spill that life into people, spill that belief into people. If you can do that, you can recruit from day one. It's not rocket science. I think for me, if you guys come into this and you're scared because you don't think you can lead someone, you don't think you can teach someone, the easiest way to teach people, guys, is just to sell a buttload of insurance. You don't need everything under the sun figured out. You just need a bunch of work ethic, and you need to be able to grind it out with your people. And like I said, sell a buttload of insurance. The rest is easy after that.
I love it, bro. Thank you so much. All right, guys. So here's one important thing. We're talking about teams. We're talking about Latinos. We're talking about the playbooks, right? We got the limitlesses and the nonstops and all these groups, and it's phenomenal. And you should have the absolute most pride for your team, right? Do you? Yeah. Do you? Digna does. She's louder than all you guys. But here's one important fact that I'd like to as we walk, as we're rounding out this day, is to think this, that there is actually a team that we're all on, and that's Sean Mike's team. And if you could do me a favor, please stand to your feet, scream like crazy. I'm calling you out over there. What do you got? You ain't loud right now. Clap it up. Sean Mike coming out. Thank you all. Great job, guys.